How you going, everyone? So for today's video, what we're going to do is I've got a few movies here, and what we're going to do is we're actually going to de-rental them. So stand by and I'll run you through my process. Thanks. Alright, so we've got some movies, I've got my heat mat, and then we've obviously got the cleaner. So what I'm going to do, I'll show you what I do. So basically turn the heat mat on. So on these, now on most of the rental discs you'll see they'll have a sticker on them. What I do, this, you don't have to use a heat mat, but generally I find a heat mat works the best. And you don't have to heat it up a huge amount. It's just enough to get that sticker to release. You can put it that way rather than the other way, so it'll actually heat it up a little bit better. But I generally just throw the disc on for a couple of minutes, and it heats through pretty fast. So we'll just heat her up and take a couple of seconds. Now with these heat mats, you can buy them off eBay. I'll price it up after. They're between 50 and $100. I use them for other things as well, for my repairs, but by all means, if you're going to do enough, particularly if you get a load of rentals in, a great way to do it. And you can see, once you heat it up, the sticker literally just falls off. Now, if there's residue on there, I don't know if you can see in the camera, there's a little bit of residue. No, I can't focus that enough. But what you can do, the best thing to get that residue off, I mean, this sticker is pretty average. You just use the sticker and generally you can get that residue off. If not, a little bit of alcohol and a cloth, and you can generally feel when it's off, and that generally won't upset the printed part of the disc itself. So yep, so that's all nice and clean. I mean, you can clean as much as you want, but that's pretty much as good as it's going to get. And then, I don't know if you can, I'll show you the disc. The disc is a little bit grubby, couple of scratches on there. And then, next part, while that's cleaning, pull this out. I generally get rid of the old covers that look pretty rubbishy. I keep a stack of ones that are from other DVDs that either haven't got the DVD or the DVD's damaged. So, and then same thing with this. Now, this bed, it runs at 6 degrees, so it gets pretty hot. So I generally just have a cloth on there to hold it down. Let it get really hot. You want these, some of these stickers are really well on, so you want it to get quite hot. Now, some people might say, you know, why you bother, you know, to do this? Does it get you any extra? I don't know if it's any extra. I think it's just more saleable. On some stuff, I have had a couple of DVDs that are worth $20, $30 that it has been worth doing. And I've never had a complaint. So I've never had a complaint that somebody said, oh, we think that this was an ex-rental. I think if you de-sticker them, they're pretty happy that they just don't have the stickers on there to start with. So now I don't guarantee that it's going to come off perfectly every time, because it doesn't. It's just a fact. But sometimes, it's probably 1 in 20 will do something like that. This is obviously a fairly old title, so it's been on there for a long time. The ones I don't generally bother with are the ones that are really big. They take up, there you go, see, look, that one just came off perfectly. The ones that take up the whole entire corner, I generally don't bother with. They're almost like wet adhered on there, so they're not stickers as such. They're like I don't know what you call them, but they're not actually stickers. They're actually like a stamp sort of thing. So I could be completely wrong. I never worked in the industry back when I was younger, so I don't know how they used to do their movies, but just kind of feels that way. So get a case. Doesn't have to be a brand new looking case. You can buy brand new cases if you feel you need to, but I generally just use ones that look like they're in fairly good condition. I mean, we're not trying to trick people into thinking this stuff's brand new. All we're trying to do is make it look like you'd want it to look when you got it. So there you go, new case. So yeah, we've got a finger, this little mark. We'll put the DVD through the cleaner. So there's any scratches. Oh, there's a tiny scratch there. So you might want to polish that out. Main thing is you know it's in good condition, no stickers. And look at that. You'd never know the wiser. Yeah, you might realise, you know, someone might detect something from there, but like I said, even with little marks like that, I've never had any issues with them. So what I'll do, I'll speed up the footage a little bit. I won't go as crazy as I did on the video yesterday because it tended to get a little bit too fast, but we will speed it up. Alright, so that brings us to the end. Hopefully you enjoyed the little video montage sort of thing, and I threw some music in just to keep you occupied. So we're all done. All our movies are ready to go to be put into stock and be sold off. So this is not trying to, you know, trick people into buying X rentals. This is purely making these sellable. There's nothing wrong with them. They're fine as a usable item. It's just the stigma behind a rental DVD. So nothing to do with profiteering, just purely just being able to get them out the door. Now, if you've got hundreds of them, obviously it's going to take you time to do this. Probably took me about half an hour to punch these out. I wasn't going hard. I was watching a bit of YouTube, and you know, so they're not hard to do. It's just stuff that needs to be done. Now, I have put into the video a little bit further back, you can use a heat bag. You don't need to go out and buy a heat pad. Heat bags will set you back, I don't know, $5 to $20 maybe. So I put a link in on eBay, not a link, just a example of a heat bag. You just throw them in the microwave. I don't know what they heat to. I'm guessing 40 or 50 degrees, which would probably be enough. And then you just keep reheating it as you need it. If you have a look at the way I did them, if you do them in like a bulk sort of situation with X rentals, maybe just pile them up and then do 10 at a time or 20 at a time. But look, gives you the flexibility to do it. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment, hopefully a thumbs up, spread the love, you know, maybe share it to some people that might be interested in this sort of stuff. And hopefully you've learned something. We will see you next week. Hopefully you've enjoyed the videos for the week. Have a good weekend. And Monday is what I did last week, so the turnover. Been okay, but hopefully we'll have a good weekend as well. If I can do $200 or $300 a day on the weekend, I should be on par for last week. So all good, everyone. Have a good weekend. See you soon. Bye.